The land of opportunity, bald eagles, oil, and catastrophic human rights violations?
America! So you're very welcome back to Unstable TV. We have a nice, interesting, maybe a bit strong to digest video for you today. And what we're going to be doing today, Danielle is going to let us know.
We are going full dark mode. We love, if you're new to our channel, or if you're here before, hello. We love anything and everything history. So why not look at the dark side too? That's important to learn as well. We're going to be looking at the US history, and we're going to be counting down top 5 worst things that America has ever done. And no, guys, it isn't just pineapple on pizza.
Ouch. I thought that was just an Australian thing. As in the past, we have reacted on history stuff, we've talked about American history, and we've learned a lot from our friends and Unstable fam in the comments. So we decided we'd listen to you guys after the community post and make our own video of this.
Before we start, drop a comment down below. What do you think the worst thing America's ever done is?
And do not hold back. So countdown at number 5, we're looking at the Tuskegee syphilis experiments. So this is of course an American government experiment that on the outside sounds like it came from an awful horror movie that you just can't look away, but your stomach is a bit squeamish the whole way through. But make no mistake, this experiment was very real. So from 1932 to 1972, the American Public Health Services brought in a lot of black men and told them they were being treated for bad blood. But unaware to them, they were actually being experimented on. So just what they were doing, they were studying what happens when syphilis goes untreated. And this comes even after, at the time, penicillin was the go-to cure. They withheld treatment on these men to observe the natural course. Bear in mind, in 1928 is when penicillin was discovered, so they knew what the natural course was going to be. This wasn't some rogue lab experiment, crazy scientist gone mad. This was actually backed by the government at the time. And the scary part about this was, it was approved by the doctors and kept out deep state secret for 40 years. This is also one reason why medical mistrust in the black community isn't just paranoia, it's history. So reading that, I actually can't believe that was a thing, and it's awful what they done to them, but I'm sure it's not going to be the last horrible thing we hear here.
Coming in at number 4, we have the Japanese internment camps. They were kind of like concentration camps in Germany. Why these things were ever even thought of to happen, let alone did happen in real life, is absolutely horrific. So let's find out just what the USA did. So after Pearl Harbor in 1941, over 120,000 Japanese American citizens, they were forcibly removed from their homes and dumped into these internment camps just because the American government thought that they might be spies. Very, very paranoid from them. Just absolutely insane thought process behind this, it really is. So when this happened, they lost their jobs, they lost their businesses, they lost their properties, they lost their families, and they lost the trust in the government because, you know, they were treating them as enemies just because of how they looked. Awful. To do that to a group of people is just horrible. It really is disgusting. Now, America did eventually apologise for this in 1988, but I mean, the trauma is still there for these people. Just a horrible situation, and I don't think an apology is good enough for it, really. America, do better.
So number 3, we're looking at the 2003 Iraq War, commenced by Mr. Bush's government. And their slogan would have been, mission accomplished, but not really. So let's have a look. So in 2003, whether you know or you don't know, the US Army invaded Iraq. This invasion was under the guise of Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction and he was gonna destroy the world. Except the other side of that was, there were zero, nada, zilch, not a weapon of mass destruction to be found. So this war killed over 200,000 innocent civilians, in turn destabilised the whole region of Iraq and birthed multiple terrorist groups. And the big one that birthed out of all these groups would be called ISIS. Not a good bunch of lads. So trillions of dollars were spent, generations completely traumatised and afraid, and for what? or we might have mass destruction weapons, all based on a hunch. Wow, that's awful. Just for a hunch, they destroyed and destabilized lives in Iraq. Do better, America.
So coming in at number 2, we have, unfortunately, the genocide of the Native Americans. All they were doing was just living their lives. And they didn't just come in and commit genocide to the Native Americans, they displaced huge numbers of Native Americans around America. Just no. And before people come at us in the comment section, yes, genocide is the correct word for this. And if you think it's not, let us know why. So from the first colonists to the westward expansion of the colonies, it was just years and years and centuries of broken treaties between the USA and the Native Americans, forced removal of families from their home and their land, just huge massacres, and systematic erasures of entire nations. And for what? Instead of trying to live in peace with people, they just came over and took over everything. Surely it could have been a different way. And yes, we know we can say that for a lot of countries, Ireland included. The USA came in and took their land, took their culture, and unfortunately took a lot of their lives as well. And what did they give them in return? Not a lot. Not really a lot. Not cool, America. Really not cool. What do you think, are they okay?
Number 1. The age-old sin in American history. Slavery. Even the Irish were victims of that. So let's have a look at this. So for over 200 years during this time period of slavery in America, millions of Africans were kidnapped from their homeland, beaten, worked to death, enslaved, all in the name of building the economy of the USA. And this wasn't just a footnote in American history, this was a foundational period in American history. All these slaves were worked to death to build the country. Like looking over at the South especially, and do you know what, not just the South, the whole entirety of the country was soaked in blood and sweat of these people for the wealth of the economy. So what happened after their emancipation of this time period? Well, we got Jim Crow, mass incarceration. So which meant slavery didn't end, it just realistically mutated.
Well, that was a lot of rough information to take in a couple of minutes. Look, we love America just as much as the next person does. We love a good bald eagle joke. We love all the fireworks on the 4th of July. We've been to America a few times ourselves. It's a great country. But just because a country is great doesn't mean it hasn't done horrific things in the past. And it's important to remember your history so you don't repeat it going forward.
Like realistically, we can't ignore the red, white and blue skeletons in the closet. They have to be picked out sometime and looked at. And this is one of those times.
History is not there for people to feel comfortable and happy. It's here to make everybody aware of what has happened before.
So the big question we have to ask a lot of you guys is, which one of these out of this list shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments down below. The big question is, do you felt we left anything out? If we did, make sure you comment that down and we'll talk to you there and we'll pop it in the next video.
Give us a like if you liked the video, a comment, a share, and don't forget to subscribe to us too. And hit the bell so you don't miss anything we do next. So we've done the bad things about America. Should we do the good things next? Or what country should we do next?
Wow, that list was depressing. So that has been our 2 cents and we will chop ourselves out of this.